I'm cheese. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I believe that we can win. Welcome into Ride Sports Talk with Cheesy and Dre.
What's up, y'all?
And special guest once again on another show is my main man, Light Bright DJ.
What's good?
Today we're gonna get into Marcus Smart and some Royals previews, some all-season talk. Let's kick it off with Marcus Smart. Dre, let's get yours on Marcus Smart real quick.
He's a punk. Flat out. I don't like him. He's a punk.
Why?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why he's a punk. He got a bad temper. How are you going to be one of the best players in college basketball and you act like a punk? I don't get it. You push fans, you hit chairs, you don't listen to your coach, you leave the court before the game is over with, you flop.
He had to.
You have to flop?
No, I'm saying he had to. No, he didn't leave the court first.
Bro,
He got carried out.
he left the court 2-3 games ago when they lost to
Oklahoma?
Iowa State? Oklahoma. When they lost against Oklahoma. 5 minutes left in the game. He actually left the court because he was mad that the coach pulled him out of the game. You can't do that. You're about to be a professional athlete.
I think it might be some like KU Homer talking about.
No. Let me get on into that. I ain't no KU Homer. I'm a objectional fan. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm very objectional, if that's even a word. But to me, Marcus Smart, I'm not gonna say he was justified in his actions, but I'm not gonna say I would have done the same thing. If he called him the N-word
He said go back to Africa.
and go back to Africa, bro, I'm going in the stands. I'm going in the stands. Period. Okay, and the thing is, he's from Texas.
What makes you think he said the N-word?
We don't know that for sure, and that's my other point.
Exactly.
We don't know what was said.
So we can't even use that as an excuse.
But you can use it as an example. Me personally, if I heard that and I knew he said it, I'm gonna go. I might not push him, but I'm sure gonna confront him. I'm gonna say, hey, don't get out of line because we on national TV, but don't think I won't come over there. You know what I'm saying?
You've never been called the N-word before in your life.
But we've grown up with that in this area of the world. You know, he's from Texas. They take it a little different down there than we do here. We've learned to handle it because our parents have taught us, okay, this is going to happen to you. We live here. This is going to happen. You're going to be discriminated
So
against.
people from Texas,
y'all never got to fight someone calling you that word.
So parents from Texas don't teach their kids that if somebody calls you the N-word, just to let it go.
But it's different.
Never got in a fight.
It's in the South though. Think about the South and the South history. Think about the history of the South. It's been whites versus blacks for years. And coming up, they might not have told him, like, hey, somebody calls you this, you do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Then down there, it's different. It's not like here. And every situation is different.
I've been called the N-word plenty times.
Me too.
I laugh it off because the person that's saying it, for one,
Is ignorant.
is either drunk, ignorant, something wrong with it.
Something wrong with it.
Something's wrong with it. That word does not offend me anymore. It used to offend me all the time. I never did anything about it.
Because you used to have a nice little temper on you back in the day.
You said, yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean,
And another thing, he's 19. And okay, let's put it all in perspective. And I'm gonna let DJ get in on this real quick. I'm gonna end this with my take with this. You came back, you passed up being a top 5 pick. Oklahoma State was picked to be Big 12 favorite, a national title contender. You lost 4 of 6. You're playing terribly.
5 of 6.
5 of, and then also 9. You're playing terribly. You're not playing well. The team is falling apart. The season's falling apart. And now this heating chair was just a buildup of what was coming. Everybody should have seen this coming. Now we didn't know he was gonna show a fan, but we saw an explosion coming. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at with that. And I'm gonna let DJ go with what he's gonna say.
I'm just to the point, like, we hold athletes to like an
they're
standard.
human too.
Like we hold LeBron James to like, you can't sin or you suck. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get in somebody's face. You can't do this because you're LeBron.
LeBron James. We can't do that with people. These are people. You're just paying $1,000 to play basketball. That's your fault.
And he's a kid.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is to people that are saying it's just like the mouse at the palace. It is nothing like that.
No,
You cannot compare this to Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal. Like you cannot do that. It's nothing like that.
So
nothing like that.
From what I'm hearing from you two, basically what you're telling me is that we can't hold him to a standard because he's 19.
You
That's
can't, no,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying.
no. I'm saying you can hold to a standard, but let's not be unrealistic. And another thing is, when are we going to hold fans accountable? Just because you pay money to sit in the seat doesn't give you a free right to go and say something to a kid that's 19.
I agree.
And
You don't have have
don't.
kids.
No.
So let me ask you, as a father, okay, if somebody says something to your daughter, what you gonna say? What you gonna tell her to do?
I'm gonna say, who was it?
Well, what would you tell her to do?
Okay, matter of fact, I'll give you a situation I'm dealing with at home right now. One of my daughters says that people at school call her ugly, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I told her, punch him in the face. Like, I guarantee they won't say it again. But she's like, I'll get in trouble. I'm like, I know, but I know you can't do that. But that's how I feel. Dad, I want to protect my child. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because you got to separate what's right and what a natural reaction would be. And that's where I think Marcus Smart got off track, because your natural reaction, if you think somebody called you that as a man and you're from Texas, it's a little different. Like I said, your natural reaction is like, okay, it's me and you right here, right now. I don't care about these cameras. But as an athlete, you can't cross that line no matter what he said. You can't do it.
How many times have players on the court push each other for foul on them hard?
Yeah.
But it's not around the world. Oh, Marcus Smart is this bad person because he pushed a fellow player. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But it just happened to be a fan, so now it's like,
there's no different standards. You know what I'm saying? What's said on the court, what's said on the court. But I push you. It's cool because it's all on the part of the game. But if I push a fan, it's
I'm a bad person.
It's no different.
And this is, and I don't think, dude, they shouldn't assassinate his character. I think that's wrong too, because yeah, he hit a chair, but we've never seen him do anything like this before. You know, we've never seen him attack a person or another player.
That's frustration.
That's frustration.
Like,
that's built up frustration from a bad season.
Yeah,
same thing. He cost himself millions, and that's another thing I think he's realized.
He cost a little money, guaranteed.
No, he'll be a lottery pick, but he's not. He went from the top 5 pick to 8 to 14. He dropped down.
Lottery pick still guarantee money though.
Yeah, but it's not what he would have got if he went last year.
He's not going top 3 or top 4 or top 5.
This is not, as you call it, a KU homer take. Because I would feel the same way if it was a Jayhawk. Like, I think, on a personal level, Thomas Robinson used to do some stupid things. He acted like a punk sometimes.
Yep. But he was on KU, so we were kind of like...
Well, we weren't doing a talk show back then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think he acted like a punk sometimes. I think when Tyshawn Taylor hit the dude in the groin last year against Michigan.
Well, Chris Paul did it back in, he was in high school. That was a punk move.
You do stupid stuff, you get lumped into that category of being a punk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's acting like now. Now, if he comes out, he apologized. That was a very manful thing to do.
And I think he was sincere about that, too.
I think he was sincere, too. I don't think the university told him to.
Because he wasn't looking down the paper or shining the script
Everything
or nothing.
he said came from his heart.
Yeah.
So I respect him for that. He just can't do it. He cannot do it anymore. He cannot, for the rest of the season,
he's got to be on his best behavior.
He's got to be on his best behavior.
And like I said before, you just can't cross that line. I know you think of what he said, he might have said. We don't know for sure, but you just got to restrain yourself from crossing that line.
Calling it right now, Marcus Smart drops 30 on KU.
You're tripping. We're going to leave him on that. Shut up. Well, he'll probably drop 50 on North Carolina, so that doesn't even matter. Speaking of dropping 30, or North Carolina, whatever you want to call it, boys in blue, ugly blue to be exact. It's not better than the KU blue and the crimson, but we're going to get to a different blue. The Royals, our boys in blue, preview of what we think is going to happen in the offseason. What DJ, you are a Royals homer. Okay, let's just get that out there now. Try to give an objective take on the offseason and what you think the Royals, where you think the Royals improved the most.
I still hate Dayton Moore. I still hate Ned Yost.
Well, nobody likes Yost.
I think they both are terrible at their job. But
I think they both need to lose their job.
I mean,
on a personal note.
I enjoyed seeing Dayton Moore do work and get Omar Infante and get Nori, and then get Mike Moustakas insurance and Danny Valencia. That was cool. But my only thing is, I hate this notion of 2014 we're all in.
I'm tired of that.
What happens in 2015?
Why can't we be all for 15, 16, and 17?
You know what I'm saying? So, I think realistically, we are a wild card team. But
We're in the walkout hunt.
I think realistically we're a wild card team. I I think we're a wild card or we win our division because I don't think Detroit's going to be very good this year. They're going to be good. They're not going to be the normal Detroit Tigers.
They're not going to be the Tigers of old.
And they lost Prince Fielder and Omar Infante. But they
Yeah.
got Ian Kinsler, so that's going to change things.
Yeah.
And they lost Fister too.
And Fister.
So,
And I think Verlander's on the decline.
so I'm saying it's realistically I can see us winning our division and going to the playoffs. I can see us winning the wild card 2 and being in a play-in and go that way. I think we finally have a lineup that we can produce in a big yard as Kaufman is, and we have pitchers that pitch to contact. Now, we understand that Vargas isn't very good, but he pitches to contact in a big stadium. So having the infield locked up with Infante and Escobar, which is not going to get by him.
Moustakas is good on defense as much as he struggles on
Yeah,
offense.
so I think we're still the best defense in the American League.
Oh, easily.
Best bullpen, obviously.
And we've been voted
in the
best
American
best
League.
defense in the American League by 3 different websites.
Yeah, so I think with pitchers that pitch to contact in a big ballpark and a great defense and a great lineup 1 through 6, seeing if Escobar comes through at 7, I think we'll be all right.
What would you give them grade for the offseason?
I would say 7.
Out of 10?
7 out of 10 because they spent too much money on Vargas and didn't make a play with any other pitcher.
I gave him a B plus, and I even though I'll tell you why. I don't know about Vargas. That's still a big question mark to me. He's 51-58 in his career. That's not great. He has a career 4 ERA. That's kind of high, you know. And I do like that Oki pickup. Batted 287 last year, 50 steals. He had 57 doubles. He got a high on base percentage at the leadoff spot, one of the highest in baseball, and that's what we need. And then Infante, I love that pickup. He batted 318 last year. That's going to help us at the top of the top of the batting lineup. 1 and 2, they get on base. If I had to, I think my lineup would be Aoki, Infante, Hosmer, Gordon, Butler, Kane, Perez in the 7 hole, Moustakas, then Escobar. I mean, that's balance. That's power in the right places. You know, I think Moustakas and Kane could probably be moved around a couple times. But that lineup to me seems dangerous. If those two get on base,
Yeah.
you got Hosmer and Gordon and Butler's still dangerous.
Yeah.
Now Butler's got protection.
Yeah, thinking about last year, everyone's getting mad at Billy Butler. Oh, he's a 2-million-dollar player.
He didn't have any protection.
He sucks. Well, if nobody
He's on base.
or if nobody that hits behind you is doing anything, yeah, I'm gonna walk you.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna pitch down. And you're gonna hit the ball right to second base.
And another reason I didn't go A because of the rotation. I mean, we got Shields. Is Guthrie really a 2? He's probably more a 3 or 4. Is Vargas really a 3? He's probably a 4 or 5.
We are going to. It's going to be very interesting to
Yeah.
see what Ventura, Zimmer, and Duffy.
I love Bruce Chen in the 4 holder. I love that one.
I'm not a big Bruce Chen fan, but I respect his game. But I'm saying Zimmer's probably not gonna come out this year. If
It's gonna be
Duff-
Ventura probably or Duffy.
Duffy-
I've heard Duffy's going to the bullpen though.
that would be terrible for him because he's not a bullpen type of guy. He needs to be on the mound, fill himself out. Let's get all the cobwebs off first.
And I that's another thing I gave him B plus because I love that bullpen. It's deep. It's just strong.
Best closer in baseball,
Baseball,
baby.
yeah.
Let me ask you 2 questions, especially to my Royals insider.
The self-proclaimed Royals insider.
How many games will Ned Yost lose? for the
Oh, at least
Royals
20.
this season.
At least 20.
My personal opinion,
Oh,
the whole month of May was Ned Yost's fault.
yeah. The losing streak because he shouldn't have took out James Shields when he was on fire. Ever since he took him out, the season went down the drain.
I think season went down the drain whenever Kane got hurt. Kane in center because I mean Dice
is the biggest question for me is
Can
Lorenzo
Kane stay healthy?
Can Kane stay healthy?
if he's not gonna be out this year. He's gonna play 75% of the season.
But I love the bench though with Dyson. That speed. Maxwell got some pop when he comes in.
Yeah, Dyson Maxwell can hold down 25% of the season while Kane is ready. But I think what Lorenzo Kane's deal is that he is too reckless, which I love. I love it about him. Like he's gonna run.
But you don't need to go slamming into walls and trying to climb walls and hurt your knee.
If he needs to, he will. You know what I'm saying?
You
He
are
will.
not Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make the big play.
It's a detriment and it's a positive at the same time.
Yeah.
But you gotta take what he gives you if you want on the team. Like he's like Lorenzo Kane if he would play all season, he would have been a Gold Glove center fielder.
And do it. We got Gold Gloves all over the place.
Yeah.
Now. Escobar, Gordon. You know, and see, that's the thing. We talk about the rules, and we don't even mention Gordon really hardly, and that's the.
And he's the best
and he's
player
the best
on
one
the team.
And that's, in my opinion, that's a positive because now we feel like we got players that are good. We can talk about besides just Alex Gordon. For years, we won't be able to talk about Alex Gordon. It was Mike Sweeney. And it was
and Mike's
Jermaine Dye.
Sweeney's back too.
Jose Guillen. You know, we won't even talk about one guy. Now we talk about 7 to 8 guys that we feel like can do something.
The possible best catcher in the American League.
Maybe Joe Mauer's still playing baseball.
But it's talking about
Salvador Perez.
They talking about Mauer when he playing majority
first. Yeah, I heard that too.
So Sal, best catcher in the AL doesn't seem like a stretch.
No, not at all.
Best defensive first baseman in the AL doesn't seem like a stretch.
No, he won the Gold Glove. Obviously, he's the best.
Best left fielder in the American League. It's not a stretch.
The worst head coach to ever step foot in Major League Baseball.
Ned
Not a stretch. He's the worst.
Ned Yost is a fool.
Please forgive me. He is the reason why I am not sold on this Royals team. I know you're sold.
No.
You're not sold? Okay.
I'm in there.
I know you're sold.
Because I bleed rose blue. I'm in there.
You are the one that paid the money to put the B Royal sign up on
probably
Highway 7.
He probably put up there himself.
my next tattoo is gonna be Rose tattoo. Just like
I love the
As
Royals.
long as Ned Yost is the manager of this team,
they won't go anywhere.
They will not do.
Do you understand this man was fired in Milwaukee before when they had a playoff berth locked up? They were going to the playoffs and they fired him.
Ned is Ned though, but Ned also realizes that when you utilize the Royals' speed, you're basically unbeatable. Whenever they run,
but you just said it. Ned is Ned, and he only realizes that
when it's too late. Yeah, when it's too late.
4 games a week, and he realizes that once a week.
Okay. So what's your expectations for this season, Dre? Real quick.
I think they have a shot to make it to the playoffs. I think that I see him being in that one of those wild card.
So what were the record last year, DJ? You know, was it 86 and
86?
Well, they were above 500, so it had to be.
Yeah, they were above
86, 82, something like that.
Yeah.
So
I got them going to the wild card. I think that like DJ said, with Detroit having a weaker roster
and losing some pieces,
losing a lot of big pieces, I think that is an opportunity for the Royals to step up. But you know, the Royals are getting better, but the Twins are getting better. The Cleveland Indians are getting better.
What would your expectations be from a Dower fan's perspective? What would yours do?
I say 90 is not a stretch anymore.
No,
90 is not a stretch. So I could say 88, 89, 90. I could see 91. I could see 92 because we have what Detroit had, and that's power and
speed.
And we kill it every year. We won 7 out of our 10 games with them last year. So if it came down to a playoff between us and Detroit, I'm taking us. We won this. We challenged Cleveland last year.
A lot of close games. We challenged the Yankees.
We killed the White Sox. We killed the Twins. Like I don't see us not succeeding. I see us playoffs, either winning our division or playoffs in the wild card.
For me, this is the best Royals team that I've seen since 2003 that I can remember watching. And my expectation would be 90 games would be anything less than 90 games would be a failure to me.
I agree.
We got to get to the playoffs, but I'm still not sold because of Vargas and the rotation. And I hope they prove me wrong, but I expect the defense to pick up some of that slack and these guys with speed get on the bases and get some extra runs. We should have better run support this year.
If the Royals miss out on the playoffs by 1 or 2 games, does Ned Yost keep his job?
No. He can't. It's not possible.
One last. Nobody was sold on Irvin either when he came.
But we knew. But no, I liked Irvin when they got him because there's sometimes that year he's going to give you something, and we happen to get that year. You know, he's done that over his career. So we knew there was a chance he could do something special. You know, so the Royals got to make the playoffs, and that's it.
Logic to me on Vargas says Vargas pitches the contact in a big yard as a lot of fly balls or a lot of balls to Gold Glove Gordon, Gold Glove caliber Kane, and to right fielder Aoki.
And the best defense in baseball.
Exactly.
So one last thing before we go. Today's show was brought to you by the Riot photographer Dalton Johnson, and we're gonna give him a quick second to let you guys know what he's been up to with his photography and what you guys could look forward to.
All right, guys. I have a new website, daltonjohnson.com. Has a lot of my stuff up, whether it be like live concert stuffs or studio stuffs from doing school. And I recently did a promo shoot for a Broadway production called Buddy Buddy Andrew Jackson at the Barn Players. So it's gonna be a pretty good show. You should all go look at it. But I pretty much try to do everything. I just love being behind a camera.
He's a freelance photographer, just if anybody's confused.
Yeah, photography is like my all, my love. So, yeah, you can either contact me on the website, daltonjohnson.com, or Facebook, DJ Johnson, whatever you guys.
Guy named DJ on Twitter.
Contact Cheese, contact Dre. I'll be willing to do whatever.
He's the
Go in
photo
your closets, look for your light bright, talk to it.
He's the photo guy.
Back.
Y'all check out DaltonJohnson.com. Thanks for listening.
Hey, before we go, breaking news. K-State won the national championship last
They
night.
cut down the
They
nets.
cut down the nets.
Yes.
They did it.
Manhattan.
K-State.
Let me get one of them shirts though, K-State. Send your boy one of them shirts for free. Rock Chalk Jayhawks.
Rock Chalk, baby. We
out.
Go Heels.